Hello. Hello. Are you listening? Hello. 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 Are you listening? So now today in our school there is a in-house training program, as it is headed by Mr. BT Dutta, and the topic will be anger-free schools. So on that topic, he will advise you everything, and I think the participants, those who are joined us in the for this training, so we are giving this warm welcome to them, and congratulations to finish their this session with enthusiasm, and they will be anger free. So, and one more thing I would like to say technically, that you will get your attendance that link in the middle anytime. So please, you will be very careful for their attendance, for your attendance. So thank you. Now, Rajesh ji हैं? Hello. Okay. I'm handing over Datta sir the microphone, and he will give you suggestions and his view for the anger-free schools education. And Datta sir.
आपकी आप लोग आ रहा सर?
Good afternoon, teachers. I am Bijit Datta. Clear now. I am quite privileged today to get this opportunity from the management side, as they have suggested my name to share my feelings about the topic anger-free schools. Actually, before going to start this topic, I would like to share my personal feelings actually, that what is the definition of anger? Anger and angry, there is difference is there. Anger is one kind of mental state, clear no, that prevents us to do any kind of creative or any kind of innovative things. And moreover, it also leads us to lead a life which is full of stress. So, considering all these things, in the times of great stress, during these days, there is no no one who can claim that I don't have any stress. Clear? It's a stressful life. In this stressful life, it is always best to keep ourselves busy in doing some creative work. Only then we will be able to keep ourselves stress-free and to plow our anger and our energy into something positive. I mean to say that whenever we are in an angry mood, clear no, we have to divert that anger to do something creative in a positive way, clear no, to do something positive. Actually, whenever we are talking that anger-free schools, it ensures the students to learn, clear no, to learn joyfully and without having any scaring into their mind. They can joyfully ask questions to their teachers. They should not have any sort of feelings into their minds that if I ask some questions to my teacher, he will be offended, he will look daggers at me, he will punish me. That kind of feelings should not be there into the minds of the children. So to bring about this kind of atmosphere, I mean that anger-free environment or atmosphere in our school, it is the duty of all the stakeholders. I mean to say the teachers, parents, all the staffs, they must be positive. First of all, we ourselves should cite an example to show our students that we are not in an angry mood. We are not going to punish the students, or we are always ready to listen to them and to share our feelings, our knowledge with them. Now you see here, anger-free school atmosphere. If we can create an anger-free school, that atmosphere, if we are able to create the anger-free school atmosphere, it is the best way to teach children the value. What is that value? The value of freedom from anger by setting examples ourselves. We ourselves must set certain examples to create an anger-free school atmosphere. Being the teacher, if we ourselves are always in an angry mood, if we are always in stress, if we are always not in the mood of listening to our students, if we are always in the mood of showing our bossism to our students, definitely we will fail to promote the main theme of anger-free schools. Now you see here, we can see that what is anger. As I told you, it is here they have given an emotional state. Actually, I told you that anger is one kind of mental state that prevents us to take any kind of innovative things or to work out any kind of creative things in our day-to-day life. So anger, what happens? In my word, I would like to say that anger, it kills. Anger is the killer. It is not the, what should I say? Anger is killer. It kills. And it never creates anything new. It is not a positive sign. Clear? So whenever we are feeling angry, we must make it in a positive way. We must make it in a positive, something positive. We must try to make something positive when we are angry. Now you see, considering all these things, CBSE has also suggested education for anger-free, purpose of providing education for an anger-free school. Purpose. What is the purpose of providing education for an anger-free school? Here we can say that the main aim of giving value education is to provide a holistic education to students that addresses not only their physical and intellectual development, but the spiritual aspect as well. Actually, what happens? The anger-free atmosphere, it promotes, inculcates into the mind, it should be inculcated into the minds of the children so that they can get a holistic development, including their intellectual, their physical, their spiritual aspects, so that they can develop all these things simultaneously. That is the main purpose of providing education for an anger-free school. Clear? Then, see, we the teachers, whenever we are entering into the class, clear? As soon as we are entering into the school premises, we must, whatever things are there at our home, maybe something might happen there, or some means something had happened at your home. You are quite worried, you are quite tense, and with that mood you are entering into the classroom. Definitely your objectives of teaching or your purpose of teaching, it will definitely be affected with that kind of mentality. So we must lock it outside, throw it outside whenever we are entering into the classroom, in order to, if we really want to make our teaching learning process quite effective. Otherwise, actually what will happen, the students, they will feel your topic quite boring, and they will gradually, definitely they will come to know that teacher is not in the mood of teaching today. He is, whenever we are asking any question, he is becoming quite irritated, and he is irritating towards us. He is not responding to our questions, like that. So it must be kept into our mind being a teacher. Then you see here, we can say, here you see, for that purpose, we must train our students for building up their life. Proper training should be imparted to the students. What kind of training? They should be trained morally, they should be trained spiritually, they should be trained intellectually, in order to develop that kind of attitude. Actually, you see, these days, the young generations, especially our students, they are more or less, they are infected with different kinds of social medias, that ultimately most of the students, they are playing, they have engaged themselves in different kinds of video games and different kinds of serial killer, different kinds of serials, TV serials. Clear, no? As a result, a set of a mindset is developing within the students, and an aggressive attitude an aggressive attitude is developing within the students. So we must take an initiative to make our school atmosphere totally totally anger free. So training, proper training, what kind of training? You see, it has been prescribed by CBSE also that actually per day, one period must be allotted for the students, where the students, it must be made mandatory for almost all the students to participate in the meditation. Clear, no? Meditation plays an important role, clear, no, to reduce anger and anger related activities. Meditation, different kind of meditation. Then moral knowledge should be imparted to the students by some religious gurus or some religious pandits or like that. It can be inculcated amongst the students to bring about a positive attitude into their mindset, into their minds. Moreover, you see, we must educate the students to build up a philosophy. What should be the philosophy? To offer the students a well-rounded, holistic education where they can flourish and develop all aspects of their well-being and rise as good human beings. Clear, no? Here you see, if we take that our intellectually, we all are sound okay intellectually, but our spiritual development, our moral development, our intellectual development, and all these things plays an important role, clear, no, to develop an all-round holistic development of a child. Now we can say, here you see, here open for all students. We can start different kinds of programs where the students can share their feelings, clear, no? We have to read their psychological background, their psychological feelings and all these things, that whether he is in the mood of, he or she is in the mood of learning or not, then only we can cultivate that kind of feelings into the children. Then the curriculum for peace studies should be blend of theory and practice. Whenever we are constructing the curriculum for the students, clear, no, then curriculum for peace studies, so that we can peacefully learn all these things without having any anger into our mind. Then you see, and another thing we can do, inculcation of values through anger-free education curriculum. Inculcation of values through anger-free education curriculum. Here focuses should be given providing value-based education. Value-based education means to grow sympathy amongst the students so that they can inculcate, and this kind of habits must be taught to the students from their family onwards, family, and when they are coming to the schools by the teachers, clear, no, that kind of qualities should be inculcated, providing value-based education, promoting peace, then conflict resolution. Suppose whenever, especially the primary school children, they always complain to their class teachers or whoever it is there, that ma'am, some students have stolen my lunch box, he has eaten my lunch box, he has stolen my pen, pencil, he has beaten me. So that kind of conflict, so that they can resolve that conflict, clear, no, that kind of training or that kind of education must be imparted among the students. And then ethical and spiritual values common to all religions. See, whatever religions are there, they have all their ethical and spiritual values. and all that ethical and spiritual values should be taught amongst the students. And next slide. Now, let me share the theoretical side includes knowledge and understanding of spiritual teachings. Whenever we are teaching anything in the classroom, we must relate our teaching with that spiritual teaching also. Then you see, if we see the ancient and medieval definitions of anger, then we will see that it means the madness. It will make you quite mad. It will make you quite mad and insanity. Then you see, next you can see the current views regarding that anger. Angry people are hostile. Hostile means they fight with each other. They are always in an angry mood. Hostility is a chronic state of anger. Clear? No? Then hostility is a permanent personality characteristic, that I am hostile with that man. Hostile people are unhappy. Angry people are emotionally insecure. If you are angry, if you are always in an angry mood, definitely you will be emotionally, you will be insecure. And angry people have a low sense of self. Who am I? That feelings, if you have, definitely you will never be angry. If you have that kind of feelings. Who am I? I am an individual. I have my own respect. I have my self-respect. I have to lead my life in this way. Anger may lead towards destruction. If I myself have that kind of feelings, so definitely I will never be angry with anyone else. Now you see how anger can affect our life. Anger, it means it leads to rage. Rage is also another form of anger, and ultimately it leads to violence. Then it does a great harm unto us. More than any other emotion, clear, one of the dangerous emotion is our anger. It creates a great harm unto us. Then ultimately what happens, these days in newspaper, often we come across that different kinds of criminal activities are being done by especially the teenagers. Why? Maybe it is the effect of the different social sites, or maybe because of the surrounding atmosphere where they belong to, or maybe the family from where they are coming from. Clear? Then here you see abuse. Most of the students, they are using different kinds of abusive words. Then poor working conditions, the working field where they are working, all these leads to anger. Then here you see, as per the report from statistics and surveys, it shows that road accident, clear, no, road rage means that road accident, because of the road accident, 8,000 deaths and 1 million people are being injured each and every day. So definitely this picture is quite horrible. So we have to, wherever, again and again I am telling, we have to always create an atmosphere for our students where the students can learn joyfully without having any hesitations into their mind. Then you see here, another effects of anger are there. You see, polls reveal that people indicate they feel like killing others. During the poll, means during election or during any kind of things, it has also revealed that people indicate that they feel like killing others. Then crime rate is soaring up. It is increasing day by day. Even the rape, murders, then battering, child abuse, domestic violence, only because of anger. And you see, 1 in 5 women are raped. Then 6,83,000 in 1990. You see, just see the record. 30% were less than 11 years of age. Only because of anger, only because of different kinds of violence that is growing into the minds of the teenagers. Children between 3 to 17 years are the most violent. As I told you, nowadays, that kind of attitude where it is visible into the minds of the children, that they are becoming quite violent day by day. Then, so all these indicates that we must make an atmosphere, anger-free atmosphere, where our children can learn quite joyfully and without having any hesitation. You see, for that purpose, we can change a little bit some of the simplest changes that can be undertaken for making our school anger-free. We can bring about certain simple changes that can make our school anger-free. So first of all, we must be smiling. We must talk to our students as well as with anyone else, with a smiling face, and everyone around us. We must address them whenever we are talking with them. Clear no? Little bit we should smile. Clear no? With a smiling face, if we address our students and whoever are around them, then it can be produce something positive. Then making our school anger-free zones, it will, if we are capable of making our schools anger-free, it will enable our students in developing an effective skills and eradicating emotions like fear, then disrespect, humiliation. Clear no? Disrespect, humiliation, and hurt, which are the byproducts of anger. Anger only because of anger, what happens into the minds of their affective skill of learning it hampers. Clear no? But if we are capable of making our school atmosphere anger-free, it will eradicate the students' emotions like fear, disrespect, humiliation, and hurt. Now, let me share with you the characteristics of angry people. Here in that slide, you can see the characteristics of angry people. You see, and we have already discussed, they are always hostile with others, hostile. If you ask him anything politely, definitely he will respond to you in a negative way. Then here it is, marital problems, if it also leads to anger. Marital problems here indicates that if a man is not married, clear no, in time, it may also create some psychological problems, clear no, and that may also lead to anger. Then greater stress in interpersonal aspects of work. With whom you are working, clear no, that working atmosphere will also spoil, or it will also deteriorate if you are in an angry mood. Then it uses threat of anger to manipulate others. And the angry people, they are always negative in thinking. They don't take anything in a positive way. Negative view of work. Whatever work they are undertaking, they are doing, clear no. So they are taking it in a negative way. Then less open-minded. We must be open-minded. We must be liberal at our thoughts, at our work procedure. We should not be narrow-minded. We must be liberal, less open-minded. The angry people, they are always less open-minded. They are not that much broad-minded. Then angry people are unhappy. They are never happy in their life. Then they always face different kinds of difficulties whenever they are undertaking any kind of work, and they are not at all satisfied with their job. These are the characteristics of angry people. Now you see here some other characteristics of angry people are also there. They are cynical, then have antagonistic interactions. They are less tolerant. Tolerance matters. Actually, tolerance matters a lot. Intolerance creates anger into our mind. Whenever we are unable to work out, even when we are conducting that online classes, clear no. I am sharing my personal opinion. In my case, several times it happens. Whenever I am unable to work out that things, sometimes I am throwing the mobile. What is this like that? Clear no, but that kind of actually patience should be there. We should never be impatient. Clear no? And so that is the main things. And an angry people, you see, he always blame others and put down all the blames to others and demean others. Demean means he defame others as a way of seeking revenge. Oh, matlab, you have not done all this work for me, so I will take revenge on you. And that ultimately leads to anger, and ultimately it may lead to violence also. Then, and that angry people always try to influence other people to share their cynicism and their pessimism. Pessimism, what is that? Nirasa. Matlab, whenever he becomes hopeless, he always try to influence other people, clear no, to share their cynicism and their pessimism. Actually, that angry people, they are not optimistic. They are always pessimistic, means they always see the darker side of, the things. That is the thing. And then you see another thing here, behavioral signs. Here you can see behavioral signs. So many behavioral signs are there. Then here you see, from this you can see you can clearly understand that what is actually anger. Anger, it kills. Clear no? Anger, it kills. Kills means, here you can, from this symbol, if you become more and more angry, ultimately your body will be carried to the hospital, clear, with the help of an ambulance. So we must be submissive. We must try to control our anger to render our best services to our students, clear no, and to render our better services for the development, for the future development of our student. Then you see here, you see, if we are able to provide an anger-free school, so it will help our children to become mentally more active and emotionally wealthy. I mean to say that if we are able to create an anger-free atmosphere in our school, definitely it will enable our students, our children, to become more mentally active and emotionally wealthy. So if once we can feel the emotions of our students, what he means to say, only then we will be able to mold the students in their proper shape. in most of the cases, what happens actually with the teachers, clear, no, we show our bossism that I am the teacher. Whatever I will tell, our students must listen to it, but pay attention to your students also. If that link is cut off, once again you can rejoin. Clear, no? Sometimes because of that net, the link may cut off, but once again you may join in that link. So what I was just telling that sometimes we must listen to our students also, and definitely they will be quite friendly with you. They will approach towards you to share their problem, to share their feelings and all these things, and with that we can make it quite effective, our teaching quite effective. Then actually what happens, you see, and as soon as clear, our students, they will be mentally active and emotionally wealthy, they will go back home with more charged and happy, and definitely they will want to return to their school the next day. If they can experience that in our school, that anger-free atmosphere is there, our teachers are very affectionate, they are quite loving to us, clear, no, definitely they will take the initiative. Even they will convince their parents. If their parents also say, no, today's weather is not good, you should not go to the school, but they will attend their classes regularly. They will force their parents that, no, I want to. So I want to attend my classes. Everything depends upon our attitude. Clear, no? That attitude actually matters, the way we are handling, the way we are treating our children, our students. Then you see, being the teacher, we should always mind one thing, always mind it that children are the harbingers of change. They will bring about all the changes in the future world. We must be positive. We should never say any students that you cannot do anything. We don't know what hidden talents, what are the latent talents he has within him. We cannot judge it by watching his outer appearance, by watching his activities and all. Maybe he is not that much, he is not taking that much interest in your classroom or in your learning, but in other field, he may shown something bright. In other things, he may sign up. That is the thing. So you see here, so that I was telling that always mind that children are the harbingers of change. What they are learning from you in school, they will teach all these things to their parents. Whatever the children they are learning, clear, no, from you inside the school, clear, no, they will tell each and everything to their parents, that my teacher is like that. He is very humble. He is very kind-hearted. The way he teach is really attractive. I don't want to miss. We don't want to miss his class or her class like that. So, as part of this initiative here means once again, I am telling you, if you are not getting the link, whenever you are getting the link, you can join. Clear? So as part of this initiative, here initiative means we must take an initiative to make an anger-free atmosphere in our school. As part of this initiative, we can take up exercise with children to help them overcome their own anger issues, and also empower them with tools so that they can help others to overcome their anger issues. Then we can also reserve, as I told, we can also reserve one period